It's been 84 years.
It's certainly been a long time.
Got to jump back into it, don't you?
Yeah.
Just got to literally
It's like riding a bike.
take the dive.
It's like falling off a bike.
It's definitely like falling off a bike.
We have fallen off the bike.
You have training wheels on your bike and then it becomes a tricycle.
Do you know how to cycle?
No. I do,
Yes, you do.
actually.
Yes,
I
you do.
do.
If my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike. You know what? You know.
Hello!
Hi.
Welcome back.
Long time no see. Yeah, as you can see from this.
Although it probably doesn't look that different because it's the same background, but it's closer.
Maybe. Yeah, it is closer.
And we were in a different setup. We've moved.
We've moved house, moved flat. I've got a nice lily sat here.
I've got a plant.
I now care for something that's not only myself. Anyways, we moved flat. We're in a new place. We've not changed.
No. I always forget to look at the camera and I keep
Where are
looking
you
at
looking?
myself.
It's so vain.
Anyway,
Wow.
it's been a long time.
Well,
Right.
we're back doing the same old shit.
Yeah, we're
So-
back doing the stuff.
Yeah.
And we, of course, always like to hear your suggestions and...
But not a single one of them was this.
Again, we're just ignoring them and doing our own thing. No, we were thinking... We had a lot of opportunities to do some things, and we were thinking about all the different content that we could choose from, and there wasn't anything particular that was sort of current. The Devil Wears Prada, which is what we're doing if you haven't guessed by now, is probably one of, like, the least gay films that we would have reviewed, but yet it holds its place in, like, being one of the most iconic gay films.
Yeah.
And it's bizarre.
It is bizarre.
It's-
We'll
but
get into it.
why?
I don't know.
Question.
Yeah, the question for this session is, what makes this...
Such a gay film. Do straight people rave about this film as much as, like, the gays do?
Maybe straight women?
Join us as we jump into fashion, darling.
Oh, I tried to do something fashiony and I came up with this t-shirt.
That's all.
Why is no one ready?
They're so different.
Something funny?
Both those belts look exactly the same to me. Learning about this stuff.
This stuff? Oh, you think this has nothing to do with you? You go to your closet and you select, I don't know, that lumpy blue sweater. You're trying to tell the world that you take yourself too seriously to care. What you don't know is that that sweater is not just blue. It's actually cerulean. In 2002, Oscar de la Renta did a collection of cerulean gowns. Cerulean military jackets. I think we need a jacket here. It filtered down through the department store where you no doubt fished it out of some clearance bin. However, that blue represents millions of dollars and countless jobs. You're wearing a sweater that was selected for you by the people in this room from a pile of stuff.
It's a burn. It's a
Snap,
burn.
bitch!
God, it's hot.
It's the gays who can do that entire monologue. You know who you are.
Well, you're not one of those.
No, I'm not one of those, but we know one of those.
Do we?
Yes.
Can he do that?
Recite that whole thing.
Wow.
I think the reason we love that so much is because it is a form of, like, throwing shade.
It's a read.
It absolutely is a
Yeah.
read. Meryl Streep is a fantastic actress and also is playing a character that, like, kind of falls under the gay icon, gay, you know,
Boss bitch.
boss
Businesswoman,
bitch. But it's
taking
like
no prisoners.
it's trickled on down, like, over the years through, like, being just a figure, a character, and that kind of sums it up. Yeah, you can read.
She's fantastic in this movie.
That whole scene is what makes it queer.
Yeah, but why?
Because it's just so,
Why?
like, it's camp And
it is camp.
It's like, I don't know.
I don't know
just
what it is.
is.
What I find like so engaging about those scenes is that she's not like extra. She's just incredibly sassy, but also just like the tone is so flat. It's so interesting.
She was acting.
She was acting. She was acting. Look at you.
And also, it's like
Cerulean.
It's like the fact that it's also about like something so arguably like petty, in like it just being about a belt and like fashion.
Looks like a wet dog.
It's me, Nigel.
And that's my problem because... Oh, wait, no, it's not my problem.
I don't know what else I can do. She is vicious.
So quit. I can get another girl to take your job in 5 minutes.
I would just like a little credit for the fact that I'm killing myself trying.
You are not trying. Don't you know that you were working at the place that published some of the greatest artists of the century? What they created was greater than art. You think this is just a magazine? This is a shining beacon of hope for, let's say, a young boy growing up in Rhode Island with 6 brothers, pretending to go to soccer practice when he was really going to sewing class and reading Runway under the covers at night with a flashlight. No idea how many legends have walked these halls. This place, where so many people would die to work, you only deign to work. Wake up, sweetheart.
I love that. That is actually, in the film, one of, for me, most memorable scenes. I mean, it's another part of answering our question about what makes this film queer, and actually what people don't realise is, I guess it's such a film where you wouldn't necessarily identify as queer, but just from that one scene, it speaks so many volumes about being queer and also the struggles of trying to bridge the gap between people who don't appreciate what we value and work for and want to, you know, and kind of finding that connection, and also kind of reminding her, who's coming from a position of arguably privilege, of not understanding it. And
it's like, just because you don't think it's important doesn't
yeah,
mean it's important.
Absolutely. And that whole bit when he talks about under the covers, it's so like, it's so simple, and it's such a like small bit of writing, and there's never anything again like it in the film, but like it speaks volume. Also, Stanley Tucci literally can play gay better than gay.
So well.
I don't, he's not, but I don't know how he does it.
I think he's almost unique in that respect, though.
Oh, completely. He's the exception to like whenever we have that argument about oh, should you know, queer actors be played by, you know, or queer roles be played by queer actors, but I don't know what it is. It has got like a magic to it.
Do you like Stanley Tucci? Fuck, I should really know how to pronounce his name. Touche.
I'm sure it's Tucci.
If you compared that performance to James Corden, like, they are...
I would go, Stanley Tucci
apart.
has...
Worlds apart.
Like, I think what he clearly has done is he's researched the character, but he's not just researched, like, what it means to play that sexuality. He's gone what it means to play this character who works in the fashion industry, who works in this job, like...
Had that upbringing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And he's brought some...
He's acting.
He's acting. They're all acting, darling.
Actually. Yeah, they are. I have never, as you can clearly observe, I've never really been into fashion, and never really understood, like...
This is where you go, yeah, we don't.
We know!
Neither have I.
And, well, no, I've never really got into, like, reading the magazines, or, you know, really even observing, like, trends and things. It's just not really at the forefront of my mind, but it's clearly in the minds of many other people who clearly go on to, like, be the trendsetters and the influencers when it comes to fashion.
There is that long stereotype of...
Long stereotype?
I don't know.
Is it particularly long?
It's a very long stereotype. Long-standing, I should have said.
Gosh, yeah.
Long-standing stereotype of gay men and fashion. I think, in a very weird way to answer whether or not is it true, I think it is and it isn't.
Great, thanks for clearing that one up.
Well, I don't know how to clear it up myself. It shouldn't be stereotyped and disrespected, but it also kind of should be appreciated. Like, we do understand it. We contribute quite a lot to it, absolutely. Like, look at all the designers that have come and gone. But then as a person who, how we both said, isn't quite that into fashion, what's your response when a person goes up to you and says the same old, oh, well, you're gay, you should know fashion,
come
don't
shopping
you?
with me.
Yeah, like, or why don't you look good? Don't you know fashion? Like, and then
my
how
response
do you...
would be, I fucking hate shopping.
Yeah.
don't take me.
I found a lot of pressure when I was younger. Like, oh, this is really getting deep now. But I found a lot of pressure to look
Fashionable.
To look fashionable, or to look like you think your sexuality, your sexual orientation should look as a gay man.
The old Love Simon issue.
And what? Absolutely, like 100%,
Yeah.
100%. And I think whether it's looking as a gay man or looking fashionable or edgy, there is a lot of pressure in that. There's a lot, like, you won't go out, let's be honest, on a night out without at least going, do I look alright? Like, check, I got this shirt.
Yeah.
So it is a thing there. And people who have great fashion taste, like, who are gay, will immediately get, like, recognised.
Yeah, this is true.
So there is pressure there, but I don't think I could ever work for Runway.
What's Runway? We should do like Night of 1,000 Andes.
Don't. I would die. Oh, this is my favourite one.
Oh yeah.
Stunning.
Yeah. Iconic.
But again, incredibly camp, incredibly gay.
I was like
The whole thing.
Costume change.
Absolutely. What
Reveal.
gay... Like, that's the most memorable part. What gay doesn't remember that bit and think about how much they wish to, like...
What gay?
Parade down, walk into a club and an outfit change to Vogue.
Yeah, fair.
Scene.
Oh my god. And you look so chic.
You look so thin.
Do I? Well, I don't eat anything. And when I feel like I'm about to faint, I eat a cube of cheese. That's one stomach flu away from my goal weight.
Special shout out
So toxic.
to one of my fave actresses, Emily Blunt. Oh gosh, she is. I think she's better than Anne Hathaway in this film. Like, fully. She is just iconic. Again, she's a shady queen.
Go.
Speak to your Uber drivers that way. Go. And we finally got Miranda's smile.
Yeah. Oh, what a fabulous movie.
Fantastic film. Our LGBT archive will happily take in
Great movie.
The Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah.
And if you can't see it, well, that's all. Yeah, let us know what you think. Do you like the film? Any other scenes that you would have chosen?
Do you agree? Do you think it's a great movie? Thanks so much for watching.
Indeed, and we will be back again soon
yeah, we'll be
for
doing
some
our
more
thing.
fabulous stories
So stay
worth
tuned.
tellings. That did not come out right. Stories worth
The telling.
the telling stories. Mwah. Bye.
Bye.
Go.